Hold on.
It's like a spinal tap moment on a podcast. Right? Yeah. What's up, boys and girls? Welcome to the Chris and Mike Show. He's Mike, I'm Chris. This is Jensen Buck, and a portion of the show is brought to you by Riverside FM, the one and only choice for podcast platforms. Remember, we're live on Twitch, YouTube, and now on our website at chrisandmikeshow.com. So wherever you are in the World Wide Web and the 34 countries we're broadcasting to, check us out live if you want to.
Welcome, Jensen. Thanks for coming on, brother. This is going to
Yeah,
be
man. Thanks for having me, guys.
I'm just gonna dive right into your website because I think it's when I scrolled to it, I was like, that's brilliant right there. This like right there. Let's get bucked up, man. You gotta have shirts that say you want to get bucked.
No, we got them.
Because that would be brilliant.
We got them.
Yeah. Do you want to get bucked?
We
got
shirts.
got them? Cool.
We've got them that say I've
Right
been
on.
bucked.
Okay, cool.
I like that.
Right on. Right on. If you send
need
Mike
that
and I
one,
some
too.
of those, we'll wear them on the show.
You
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah.
You got it. We'll
Absolutely.
send them your
Yeah.
way.
Right on.
That's
man.
awesome. So, Jensen Buck, give us a little bit, kind of an elevator spiel who you are, so we can start plugging the hell out of all the things that you do.
What's that?
No pressure, man. No pressure. Give us a little elevator speech of who you are, what you're all about, so we can start plugging and having a.
Oh man. So let's see. Wyoming, Idaho raised,
I know it's hard talking
and
about yourself.
I've been playing music all my life, and then kind of just spent a lot of quit music for a while when I started having kids, and became an underwater welder and a marine biologist, and traveled the world, and then decided
Oh,
I was going to come back to music probably about 13 years ago. And
okay.
been doing it ever since. And then it's just been a climb.
Okay,
So-
rewind to the short version
Right on, man.
of, or however long you want to talk about being
Right.
a marine biologist and an underwater welder in
Right.
the world.
Bro, I could sit and talk about that all day long. You know what I mean? Like,
I want
so,
to promote your music, man, but I got to hear about this just a little bit for sure.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
Yeah.
How did you
Underwater
you were a
welding.
mu-
Like, how
you
did
were a
that happen?
musician. How did you go from a musician to an underwater welder marine biologist? That's
So I
quite
had
a
a date.
transition.
So I was playing in a band, and I was cover band, and then I started Jensen Buck. I went out on my own and doing my own thing. And the
Okay.
guys, I was working a construction job, and I was a crew chief and worked with other people, and I was learning to be a welder. And then, dude, I kind of topped out, and it was just a grind, you know. And I went to the bathroom and was reading Welder's Journal, and I saw this thing about becoming an underwater welder, and I started having kids, and I was like, man, I need to make some real, like, I was really happy. It was about money and
Yeah,
like the future of my
yeah.
children. I was just
Yeah.
at a crossroads, and
Yeah, sure.
I had dropped out of school to work, and so I ended up getting my GED. So like I was just trying to figure life out, and I saw that, and so I went to apply, and I got in, and I went to California, and it just started snowballing from there. Every course they had, like, so when I left music and all the life I knew, I just said, okay. So I immersed myself into diving. So I became a med tech. I became a certified underwater welder, and there's only like probably 5,000 of us that are like really certified in the world, and I'm one of them.
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
And then it's an outdated
Yeah.
trade though. Like, there's so many smart flanges up, but it's rad to like have that title.
Oh.
But you know what I mean? Like, there's so many
Yeah.
safer ways of getting stuff done now. And then I did that.
Like dropping a robot into the water.
No,
and it
robots
just goes and
robots
does
can't
its
do what we
thing.
do. But yes, there's smart
Okay.
flanges, and like
Okay.
you can cut things and bring them together much more effectively than like putting it together underwater or wrapping a habitat around it, and then you go into it like a submarine, and then you drain all the water out, and then you're in there working, and you just leave your hat on because you've got your own O2, so you don't get any of the gases. But it's extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
And
So you made some nice little guacamole doing that,
we
right?
did all right. You know, the
Yeah.
life was okay for some times. It was
Yeah.
hit and miss. It was a seasonal job too, though. So like getting on a crew that was
Oh.
working. So my goal was to get into SAT when I did it. So that's like the big boy diving. That's 1,000 feet or more,
Okay.
anywhere from like 600
Wow.
to
Damn.
1,000 feet or more, and you're stored there for a
Wow.
month. And so I was able. At the end of my career, I was able to get in and do some of it. I did some ride outs with them from guys that got hurt, and so I'd spend like 4 days in the chamber with them and ride them out, make sure they're okay because I was a med tech, and so I just it was awesome. I mean, it was right where I was at. But then the BP spill happened, and that the next like 3 years was kind of like the writing was on the wall for me. It was getting harder and harder and more political to dive. To work, and so I started working abroad, and it was I love that, and I wish I would have been able to keep going, but like life just kind of happened, and then when it did, I came inland, did some inland diving for a while, and that just sucked. And then at the time, I had a radio show called Red Rock Jams, and down in St. George, Utah. Yeah, we had a house in New Orleans, Utah, and Idaho, and so I was in at the St. George house, and my show was all about music, and I'd pair guys together that were like a blues player and a metal player, and I'd make them play together.
Sweet.
And then we'd explain
awesome.
to the audience why it made sense, and then we'd interview the guys individually, and it was just kind of a cool, fun thing for me to do and give back. And
Cool.
then it just kind of, I did a breast cancer benefit because of that show, and then that was it. That was kind of I dove for like another year, but I started taking gigs and like building Jensen Buck back up, and here we are.
What's the craziest place you ever dove?
Man, South America was pretty rad. We dove in the Amazon. I dove in the Red Sea. So we were in the coast of Africa, down in the southern tip of Africa. We dove in China. But the Red Sea was probably the craziest just because it's third world. It's first world buildings with third world ideology. Like they still
weird
do use whale oil for lamps over there.
No shit.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. And so I was actually witnessed a harpooning. Like it was crazy. Like that whale hung out by our platform forever.
Oh.
And then they finally just said, fuck it, I'm coming in. And like they were like little shanties with outboard motors on there. And they came in and they harpooned it. And then they like this giant boat that like was actually a commercial boat that like you would see in Alaska, like anywhere. And lowered down a tailgate, and they brought that sucker up, and you just watch these guys hack at it. And like, for me as a marine biologist, it broke my heart. Yeah. For me as a hunter and from Wyoming and Idaho, I get it. Like it's just that's what they do. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't really have much to say, but them getting to the whale was hard for them because we were throwing shackles and like makeshift spears and all sorts of stuff at these guys.
Wow.
It was crazy. Wow. Yeah, it was crazy. That was a crazy time because I ended up leaving. I extended my hitch. I was supposed to be there for 4 months. I ended up staying for 7. And I was planning on being there for 9 straight just for, take the tax breaks and all the other stuff. I got heat stroke. It was 130 degrees on the deck.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, damn.
And I worked the night shift. So I passed out at night when we were doing groceries one time. And that was I got heat stroke like 3 more times. And I cracked my neck about 5 months in, so I couldn't feel my hands. And so like once I couldn't feel my hands anymore, they said it was time to go. And like I came back and it was a broken vertebrae in there, and
Wow, man, that's crazy. So
you
literally have been
what a life. And so that's like a total life resume in like 12 minutes, man. You can be done now. You can go.
All right, you guys, thanks for having me.
That's amazing.
He's diving in the Red Sea, hanging out in China, cruising down to the Amazon. You literally did your world tour just in a different way.
Oh, totally. And that's what actually kind of started me thinking about playing abroad. I was playing a bar in Qatar, and this like rich, chic. I don't know what he was. Anyways, we went and partied at this huge castle mansion thing. I don't know. It was just giant. And like a bunch of divers and me and freaking a bunch of girls. And we just partied our asses off with this guy. But I played guitar at this karaoke bar. And he's like, I love it. You come play with us. And I'm like, okay. Like, you're not supposed to have alcohol in these places. He's like, don't worry about it. I was like, okay. It was fun.
That's awesome. You come play guitar for me. You come to my house and play for me.
Yeah.
I got money. I got booze. You come. Bring women.
Money.
Bring all the women.
Pay me to play, but I just wanted to party with a bunch of people in the Middle East. Because the only place you can do that is Dubai. And then you got everywhere else is illegal. You chop your hands off or kill you. So it's like,
oh, that's kind of a bummer.
I know, right?
So there's that. So now let's talk about. So how long have you been back in music?
About 13 or so years. So I about 2013, 2015 is at the area where I started. I dove, but I was playing gigs. I started playing like doing cafes, doing small stuff, just playing solo. And we ended up getting a festival. I got a group together and like just, put the whole I pretty much just put the band back in line that playing the music that I played before I became a diver. And it's just like it stopped and then I unfroze it. So then what is this?
This is I went on your events, man, but it's from 2024, so I'm assuming
so I've been out for a little while. I've been laying the foundation. I came out here to Nashville. So 24 we played few shows solo. When I came to Nashville, I got in Nashville about 23, and then we started working on getting back to the big stuff. And so we went to Puerto Rico, played at my buddy Caddy's Calypso out there in Puerto Rico in Rincon. He was what's his name? Kenny Chesney's manager. Did some Zach Brown stuff. Good dude, super rad. He had me come out and like put me and the wife up for the week for our anniversary. It's super rad. It was rad.
Right on.
And but came back to music and I moved up to Idaho and I just made the decision that we're going to start doing it right. I got a new lineup, and then I wrote my neighbor came over to me and he's like, "There's a songwriting competition." And I'm like, "Oh." I'm not into the American Idol. Like in 2020, so in 2014, that one of my friends out there in Utah is like, "Hey, you want to get on America's Got Talent?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, maybe." And then I started looking at the whole thing, and like, it's just so
much bullshit.
All these things are worked out ahead of time. Like, they already know who's going to be in the end of the episode. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I was pretty much like buffered through, and I would have a chance to get through to the finals, but like I was guaranteed halfway through, and I was like, this is silly. But when he came to me with the songwriting thing, I was like, you know what, man, I'm into that because that's my craft. You know what I mean? Like and so we did that 2016, we won, and then we did it 2017, we won again. Cool. And that opened the door to just everything, man. Like the Knitting Factory called me, House of Blues would call me, the Idaho Center called me, the radio stations call, and just push and push and push. Cool. And it was just rad. And like, I got to play with all of my idols. 2018, it was just, there was the end of July to September was just fucking nuts. It was so rad. It was so rad. I got to play with, so it's like, my first call was Lydia Lovelace. Okay. And they busted us down to the Neurolux out there in Idaho, which is like a subsidiary of the Knitting Factory kind of thing. Okay. And then it just started snowballing, man. It was rad. Right. Cadillac 3, they're probably like, other than like Neil McCoy, were one of the only guys I played with that were like, "Dude, thanks for coming out, and you're fucking rad." You know what I mean? Like,
cool.
Yeah, being awesome. Like, super handshake, we drank beer together.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, man.
So how'd you get hooked up with Bruce and Velocita?
Dave Nudo.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
just gonna
dude.
ask you if you
We
knew
love Dave
when
Nudo,
you
dude.
said you were
Dave-
from Idaho.
Dave went. They're re-recording The Lord and the Devil because we told him to. Just saying.
I heard that on your podcast. So, County Line, I
Yeah.
was actually one of the producers on County Line.
Oh no shit. Right
Yeah,
on.
so
That's
he came in.
awesome.
So
I
he came
love
in.
that song
Me and
as
my
well.
buddy
Yeah.
Greg Goodell had a studio. We were partners at the time. He was just kind of helping me out because I was figuring out my life at that point. That's right when I got to Idaho.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Dave came in, and I'm on. Me and Greg are on the album. Like some of those
Oh, right
songs
on.
where you hear everybody hooping
Yeah.
and hollering and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
weird
you guys?
loud stuff. Like now that you've heard the voice, go back and listen to that album. You can
Okay.
hear me. on it.
Okay. Cool.
That's
But,
awesome.
uh,
Cool, man.
Dave's good. Dave's good people, man. He's
Yeah,
coming
he's
back
good
on the
people.
show.
But so like when he was doing that, that's when I was
Yeah.
at my height. And so he would
Okay.
always ask me questions and like, how do I do
Cool.
this? And like,
Yeah.
I mean, without giving away all the recipe, you know.
Well, sure,
But,
sure.
But him, I was just like, dude, I love you, man. But
Yeah.
if you look at pictures of me at that point and him at that point, and then him now and me now, it's like,
Yeah.
you mother. He crawled on stage one time. He's like, I am the real Jensen Buck. I was so fucking mad. And then he stepped on my foot and
love
broke
that.
my foot again. I was so
Oh. Oh.
No.
pissed. And then I showed up to one of his gigs and did the same thing, and the freaking made it. It didn't go over like it went over for him because
Yeah.
I'm just way. I was. Oh yeah, it was an out of hand night. So
That's.
I love
fun.
that guy.
We gotta-
He's super rad.
We do too,
when
man.
we get him on, we should tell him. We should not tell him and just have you come in like 5 minutes into the show.
Do
That'd be,
Absolutely.
that would be
Do
fucking
it.
awesome.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
definitely 100%.
Because I didn't know the ties was there, but now that's
Oh no,
cool,
yeah.
man.
So
That's very cool.
He's out there in Cambridge, Idaho. He's in Boise now,
Yeah.
and we're really intertwined. Like we've been friends
That's cool.
for about since about 2017, and
Right on.
him and I, I went through some real hard times and like had a cancer scare, broke my foot, had a lot of
Yeah,
stuff
well-
go on health wise. Mentally, I was just not in. I was partying freaking crazy during 2020.
Yeah.
He was on my radio. He was on. I did a house party
Radio show?
podcast thing and he was a guest, and like he'd come
Cool.
party with us, and
Right on.
yeah, he's been a really good friend, and like he's called me in some of my darkest times when like I didn't think I would ever hear from anybody. I just get a random "How you
Yeah.
doing?" and that's
Yeah.
what I love about that guy. He's just really kind of above
He's
the
genuine.
fray.
He's genuine.
Yeah,
He's a genuine
yeah.
human. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
so
I have his shit roll up on playlists in my truck when I'm driving around doing my thing, and something will come up, and I'll just screenshot it, and
Yeah.
send him a picture, and he just hearts it. He's like, "Thanks, man." He's just that's why Mike and I liked him, because it was there was no ego. It was just Mike and I have been the rock and roll lifestyle, been there, done it, all
Right.
kind of jazz. So we respect the fact when we can talk to musicians, because we're musicians at heart. That
Right.
they're just cool. They're just you can riff a conversation for an hour and it seems like 5 minutes. That's the coolest thing about what we do
You
with
know
the show.
somebody is genuine when they come on here like you did, and you just start talking, right? It's like,
Mm-hmm.
here's who I am, here's what I do. You can like it or not like it, right? You can
Right.
feel that. Like Chris said, the word genuine isn't a big enough word, but that's the best one we got right now. You
Yeah,
can-
well, I found myself being a little bit too genuine, and it definitely bit me in the ass. So Dave, I was like, Dave, let's put this stuff together, and I'm like, he's all, I don't know if these guys will hire you anymore. 'Cause, man, I would show up and party my ass off, and I'd get everybody fucked up at the crowd, and like I was living that life, man. I was the last
There,
outlaw,
yeah.
freaking just,
I-
and I didn't
I
give a
think-
shit.
I think more than anything, what we're saying is we've had instances where they're too good, right?
Oh
We're
yeah,
too- you know,
yeah,
that
man.
attitude, I think, more than
Yeah.
anything, is what he's alluding to. You can just
Yeah.
feel that I'm doing what I'm doing out here, and I'm happy to have the opportunity to do it. And we didn't know Dave was that talented. We didn't
No.
know that you had this huge life's resume before you
Right.
came on here.
Right.
Just there's certain people that you meet. It's like, wow, Lemoyne comes to
Yeah.
mind. Chris was like, wow,
Yeah.
you got some serious hardware behind you. The guy's got a platinum album hanging behind him, and he's talking to us. And then
Right.
we've had
And
other
he-
people
yeah.
say,
Rad.
hey, well, we're not going to waste our time. We got other opportunities.
Right. That have never even reached a peak.
Right.
Like and you have Lemoyne Alexander, again, 90s rap. He was associated with everything in 90s rap from a producer standpoint.
Over half of
everything.
it.
Yeah.
Right. Like
That's
he had the
awesome.
opportunity to go work with Prince, and he just sat back after thinking about it. He's like, I can't do that because what I think of Prince is here. And if I go there, what's that going to do to that? I mean,
Right.
that's the thing. A genuine human, somebody who it wasn't boasting and gloating. It was
No, he admitted
pulled that
I
shit
was
out of him.
afraid to meet my idol.
right. Right. That's
Because
cool.
he didn't
You
want
know?
to ruin that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
what
dude,
that
they
man
always
meant
say
to
never
him,
meet
you
your
know?
heroes.
Yeah. There was something I saw not too long ago. Who the fuck was it? Christian, I think was it Christian Bale? He was talking in his weird Scottish accent that he has. His natural
Yeah.
tongue is and he's like, "You don't want to meet me." And the reporter's like, "What?" It's like, "You don't want to meet me. If I'm somebody that you love and you admire and you idolize, you don't want to meet me because I'm not gonna hold up to what you think I am."
Exactly.
He's like, just watch. Basically, he's just saying, just watch the shit and be a fan. But if you meet me, I'm going to destroy your opinion of me because I'm just this punk ass dude that's lucky enough to do this for a living.
Right.
I thought that was brilliant too. You know, I mean, we all put our pants on the same way.
I think that's what separates like the guys that really make it. I mean, I'm sure there's guys out there that are just complete douchebags, but like
Sure.
the humanity of it and the
Mhm.
like the humbleness that you get from
Yep.
being a part of something rad. Like I loved being able to like. There's nothing better than sitting in front of 10,000 people
Thank you.
and be able to
There's not.
control everybody's emotion, but at the
Mhm.
same time to be able to go back to your merch booth and you hang out for. I hung out till it was empty
Yeah.
and
that's
just
cool.
shook everybody's hand, and like the amount of people that wrote me afterwards and were just like, "Hey man, I just want to say song 4 of blah 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 set in whatever town. I just want you to know that was awesome," and or like something
That's
like
cool.
that. Just like,
That is so
dude,
cool.
thank you. You know, freaking like I'm glad the rule in the band is well, there was 2. Hide your booze, hide your women was the first one for early. But we're leaving them. We're gonna leave them better than when we got here.
Yeah. There you
And
go.
that was kind of before we got on stage. I'd tell the guys, leave it all here.
Yeah.
Just do the best you can, and just have fun. And
Yeah.
That's it.
the
Just
more
have
that
fun.
we did that and like let it go and just enjoyed just what we were doing, and like, man, there were times that like I'd have like 3 different guitar players, 3 different bass players, 2 drummers, a couple keyboardists, different guys all the way through the time when we were touring.
Sure.
And so I would mix. It was like a basketball coach. I got my B squad, my A squad, my C squad, and then I would mix and match. But sometimes I'd get these guys together and I would sit back and just watch the fucking show that I was like, I'm supposed to sing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was freaking awesome. I loved it. So I think that it's if you can have that love for your craft, it makes the experience meeting you and being a part and just all of it more real for everyone involved and just a little less orchestrated, like scripted. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think we might have lost Chris. He said he was having connection issues.
He is just looking handsome right there, frozen.
I don't want to lose your train of thought though. I love what you said about just having fun. We knew that we needed each other in that band, right? I wasn't a singer. Scott
Right.
wasn't a guitar player. Rick wasn't Rick could play guitar and bass, but he wasn't a drummer. We knew that we needed that person's talent to make what happened on stage happen, right? And I
Right.
feel like you just said that just in a different way, right? Have respect for the other people. We might make mistakes, but who the fuck cares, right? Most of the
yeah,
time, the guy that taught me to play guitar, he said, once is a mistake, twice is jazz, right? Just as a funny. But really, what he said, Jensen, was if you make a mistake, do it again with authority, because most of the
Right.
time it's going to be something golden.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, welcome
Fucking
back, brother.
Welcome
Fucking
back.
internet, man. Fucking internet.
Fucking internet.
It's just.
I was
it's-
worried about my connection.
No, dude, I have Cox and I have Starlink, and I can't tell you just the bullshit that I deal with this sometimes. It's just mind-boggling.
I'm sorry, the three-year-old in me just wants to giggle when you said you got Cox.
I know, right? Dude, true story. When I used to write them checks, because you had to write checks back in the day, I would spell it COCKS, and they would cash every one of them. Every single one.
That's rad.
Yeah, and I did it because I'm in real estate, so it was like my first year in real estate, and I had like a good closing. I'm like, oh, I can just write a check for Cox Communications for the year. So I wrote it
Yeah.
at COX, and then like a month later, they sent me a late payment. Like you're 30 days behind. I'm like, how am I 30 days behind? I prepaid you for the year, and then I
Right.
get the check back in the mail. So that's when I started writing it to spelling it the traditional way that God intended it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Before you came back, we were talking about enjoying yourself and screwing up on stage and all that stuff, and freaking like,
Well, I heard some of it. I was frozen, but I could still hear you. So
oh, you could hear it. Okay, cool.
yeah, I can
But
hear some
we
of
were
the stuff
so,
for sure.
but on that, so like I always tell my guys, like if you screw up, nobody ever knows you screwed up on stage.
Nope.
Okay, there's two reasons. If it was on the album and they know
Mm-hmm.
the song and it's a lead that's really memorable,
They got to be a
Or-
super fan though.
yeah,
Right,
yeah, yeah,
super
yeah.
fan. Yeah.
Or if you make a face. If you don't make a
Yeah.
face and you
Yeah.
fuck up,
Yeah.
That's another one.
nobody knows.
Poker face.
Right.
You're
Right.
right? Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Just
Right.
That's
let-
why
just
that guy
move
said,
on
do
through
it
it.
again with
Mhm.
authority, right? Like
Yep.
you're meant to do
Yep.
it.
Yep,
Because
I
most of the
like
time
that.
those moments are golden.
Right, right.
And
That's
guitar
right.
players can make all the faces they want because guitar players make faces when they play guitar.
That's
Oh, dude, the blues face or the
Yeah.
bass face? Oh, yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
It just happens. You know, there's
Where if I
nothing
make
you
a
can do.
right, and if a singer makes a face, people think you're having a seizure. Wait, what's wrong with him?
Is that guy okay?
Unless you're a black blues player, you can do whatever you want.
Right. Yeah. They have a free ticket, you know.
It's freaking like some of the faces that the guy that does the cover of the Ozzy Osbourne song. Do.
Oh,
Oh,
Youngblood?
Youngblood, yeah.
Is it Youngblood? Dude,
Changes.
that guy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Right.
I did a deep dive into him, and that guy's got some
Mhm.
amazing blues faces. I'm just like, damn,
Absolutely.
sick.
Well, and Sharon Osbourne made Youngblood a household name.
No,
Oh,
he
was that
wasn't
her?
he wasn't really anything until they did the whatever they called that last show they did with Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
They pulled him because apparently he knows Ozzy because England and stuff. But
Yeah.
Youngblood wasn't really relevant in the United States until that tribute concert to
that's
Ozzy.
true story for sure.
And
That's crazy.
so yeah, and then Changes won the Grammy for Best Live Performance, which it should have. That thing's phenomenal. And I'm that guy that buys the entire album on iTunes. I just don't buy a song. So I've listened to his record probably, I don't know, 15, 20 times now. It is top to bottom. It grows on you, but that's how good music should be. If you
Right.
love it right out the gate, it's like, okay, this is a flash in the pan. But his stuff, it's grown on me to the fact that it's deeper than people think he is. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's who he is now because of Sharon Osbourne. That's Sharon Osbourne's touch. Like, you're gonna go do this song, and
She's
that's
Right.
it.
in a
And
lot of bands.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that just shows you the power of one person. That's all he needed. Because without that, he wouldn't be a topic right now.
It's true. We're talking about him
We
right
would
now.
never heard of him. We wouldn't. Right. But yeah, he did a hell of a performance with that.
Oh
Just
God, it was so
phenomenal.
good. But like,
I
it
wish-
was that performance that made
Yeah.
me like, okay, let's see what else this
Right?
guy has.
Right. I wish they would have used him instead of Post Malone when they did the other tribute concert because I was like, Post Malone, fucking really? Like, really?
You know what, man? Here's the thing. Like freaking so I was there's this place called the Revolution out in Utah. And Neil from what's that band? Royal Bliss and so the owners of the venue wanted Neil from Royal Bliss, me, and Post Malone. And I was like, I don't even know who Post Malone is. This is back in like 2020, something like that.
Okay.
He was a superstar, but I didn't know who he was. And so
Yeah.
I've got girls. And so kind of the rule of the house is you got a face neck tattoo. You don't bring them fucking home, please. I'm just that guy. But here's the deal. I freaking saw that picture. I'm like, oh, this will never make sense. And then I listened to his music
Mm-hmm.
and I felt like
yeah.
such a piece of shit. I judged. I totally judged. And I was just
Yeah.
like, that was such a stupid idea. And then I really like changed the way I view like everybody in the world now. Like, cause like, who the fuck? I mean, I don't know anything about you.
It's not that I don't like the guy. I like his sobriety record, his recovery record. I like a lot of what he writes, but I just don't think he was the right person for tribute to Ozzy because he's only been around, for 6-7 years from a high level. Like there's so many people that Ozzy touched
I went and
Right.
listened to that after you
Right.
said something because
Right.
when Chris gets that passionate about not liking something so much, I got to know what it means to me.
Right.
I'm going to say I'm indifferent, right? Because the one thing that I'll agree with Jensen on, and I know you agree with this too, but he's
Yeah.
so talented outside of that performance.
He
right?
is.
Bro, dude, that guy's fucking amazing.
And he didn't
is.
do a bad job, so I have to
No.
go with I'm indifferent, right? It didn't bother me, but it didn't blow me away either.
Right.
And when
That-
it comes to
that's-
the
yeah.
word
Mhm.
Ozzy, I agree with Chris. It should be held to a higher standard. So
You should be blown away.
that's what
That's
I'm gonna-
all.
That's all
mean,
I'm saying
yeah.
about that for sure.
You can't.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like not like that's a hard ask because like not all of them are. You know what I mean? Like
Let
it could have been
Steven Tyler do
during
it.
during
is what
dress
Chris
Right,
is
rehearsal.
saying.
It could have
right.
been fucking just
Right.
aces, and then like
Right.
you know.
Right. But that's
Let
so that's
James
the thing though.
Hetfield do it.
Right. See.
There we go.
See,
There we
so,
go. That would've
but
been
see,
sick.
anybody else other than Youngblood doing changes like that, I don't think would have worked because if you think about
I
the
agree.
musicians,
That's one
right?
of the most brilliant performances I've. It's beautiful.
I agree
Yeah.
with that too. I agree
So
with that too.
there was so many other voices that are in the rock world because of Ozzy. I just think that Sharon, if you call me back, we can have this conversation.
Yeah, you're welcome on the show.
I just
Don't
I
feel
just
like
think there
you're
was
not
I just think there were so many other musicians that would have
Chris and Mike got put on the map by Sharon telling him to go fuck himself.
Yes. Yeah, it would be fantastic.
How many hits on YouTube do you have?
You can't get publicity like that. That's fucking rad.
No, you can't.
How did you
But
get?
that's
How did you get 3 billion views? Sharon told us to go fuck herself. So
Right. Exactly.
Snowball
Here
from
we
there.
are. Thank you, Sharon. That's all my point.
We'll
It's just
fuck ourselves.
there's so many other musicians I think that just could have filled that space.
I agree with
But
you.
that's just me. That's just me.
I think
but it
the
was cool. It
respect
was
thing alone. You know,
Yeah.
respect
Yeah.
that name, man. There's nobody that is more responsible for all the things that we know and love as hard rock music than that man.
Bro, he picked up Zach Wild. So I have Zach Wild's original, not the original, but a copy of the original demo he gave to
No shit.
Yeah,
That's
dude, it's
awesome.
freaking. So it was two Randy
Wow.
Rhoads,
Yeah.
a classical piece, and dude, that classical piece was sick. And then what is now Book of Shadows 1.
Awesome.
Really?
One of the songs. I forget which
Wow.
one it was, but like,
Right
dude,
on.
that guy.
He's
Can you
talented
imagine at
beyond
18
belief.
years old
Right.
feeling Randy Rhoads' shoes in front of Sharon and Ozzy?
And Jake
Like-
E. Lee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Jake,
Yeah.
Jake was a bad,
And that dude
still
just
is a bad
steps up to
motherfucker.
the plate. Like, it's so,
Mhm.
like, Zach Wild to me is like hands down. He's my favorite musician ever. Just like as far as
Oh, right on.
he's what made Jensen Buck because originally this was Garth Brooks meets Creed kind of thing, and now
Wow.
it's more Chris Stapleton
Oh.
meets Bob Marley or Sublime.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I
That's
had that
cool.
wild rocker biker shit going on, but I love a ballad.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a song that
Yeah.
can
Me
like
too, man.
rip your heart
Yeah.
out. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the last album that I wrote, I set out to write a bunch of hate fuck you music, and I wrote some of the prettiest shit that I've ever wrote. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's just worked out.
I end up that way a lot. You heard the tone that I had when you logged on.
Right?
But more often than not, that fades really quickly into where's that nice clean sound I got? Because I had this little thing I was working on, that made me happy.
Yeah. I do. That's why I don't even play my electric anymore. I just play acoustic.
I
dropped
do that a
off-
lot. I have that in my other living room. That's all I have is an acoustic in there.
Right.
It
Nice.
helps you with making songs instead of noodling,
Yep. Well, I'm a rhythm player. I have no business playing lead. Like God invented lead players for a reason because I can't. Something from here to here, like I can scat, I can write it, I can create it, I can tell you how to play it, but I can't play it. I don't
used
have
to say
the-
that, but these guys weren't interested in meeting any other guitar players, so I had to learn. I was like, okay, I guess
Yeah.
I'm the guy.
We didn't want a rhythm guitar player.
They're like,
Right.
And
That's
I didn't want to play guitar because I liked what I did on stage without an instrument. So
Right.
just, I didn't want to be trapped behind a guitar.
So
I
you
just- I
you two
can't-
had a
I
band.
can't.
and
Yeah, that
together-
song that song that opened the show, that was
Oh.
Free Man.
that was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would have been the first song you heard if you came to see us play every time. We
Mhm.
never changed
Hell
that
yeah.
first song. We changed the whole rest of the set list, obviously. but
Right.
So did you guys tour for a while, or how'd that go for you?
We played all over Phoenix and yeah,
Yeah.
What's
This was-
that
there was-
bar?
yeah.
There's a bar that I would watch Authority Zero in Phoenix. What was his name?
Mason jar.
We played with them many times at the Mason Jar. We played with them at the Hollywood
Ballroom?
Alley, the Electric Ballroom.
Yeah.
Nice.
We played with some fun people. It's, looking back on it, we opened up for Marshall Tucker Band, and I had no fucking idea who Marshall Tucker Band was at the time because I was more focused on us just doing our thing. And then now you look back at it, 30 years later, it's like, fuck me, man.
Right.
And this,
We walked right by him, dude, like we were the boss. And here's all
Yeah.
these old men who had been there, done that for 30 years before they
Right.
were us dumbasses. We weren't,
But we
rude
didn't-
to
we
'em.
didn't-
We just walked
yeah.
by him to go on
Yeah.
stage. It's like,
yeah,
who
yeah.
are those guys
Say,
wearing cowboy
hey.
boots and
right.
nice shirts?
And this was before the internet, so it was before you really had cell phones that could take pictures. I don't think cell phones were there except for the flip stuff.
We
Like
didn't
I had a
even have
camcorder.
that back
Right.
then.
Yeah, I had
This is
I had a beeper.
1994.
It was beeper era.
Oh, geez.
So I had a camcorder that we'd record our practices, and then I would have people
The
record our sets.
camcorder?
He did.
Yeah, and to record our sets, so then we could watch them back the next practice, and like we were doing that just so we could get better at our craft.
Nice.
Here's how high technology he had, Jensen.
Yeah.
It was the mini cassette.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
whoa.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
You
you
could
were
plug it-
highfalutin.
You could plug it into the VCR and record the show off the tape,
Nice.
off the tiny tape, right?
I
was
miss those
just-
days.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it
simple,
was so
man.
much fun, dude. Simple. That's it. Put
I'm
some
an
flyers-
analog girl in a digital world, man.
Put some flyers up and go play a gig, right?
Mhm.
Like I always used to tell my like, I'm done. Like if I don't, once this gets effective enough for me, like I'm off. I'll do stuff like this, but I'm gonna create a little bit of content, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna give it to my internet lady. By the way, the website is Anna Jones. Huge shout out to Anna Jones. She is probably the one person that stuck with me through all of this.
Shout out.
Hi,
to
Anna.
Got to give you a shout out to
Hi.
you, Anna Jones.
Peace.
But flip phone and a CB radio, bro. That's where I'm. That's
Yeah.
where I'm headed.
There you
I love
go.
If you don't know how to get rid of, you don't know how to get a hold of me, you're not supposed to.
There you go. I
That
love
part I
that.
like as well. I want to get to
I-
that life.
I
That's
love
been my
that.
dream forever.
Yep.
Now with your YouTube, and I'm clicking your links on,
Oh,
on
geez.
your website. So the links are broken. So you got to
Are
fix
they?
that. Your iTunes link is broken. Your YouTube link, it opens up and it says it doesn't go anywhere.
Okay.
So go fix your links, because I want to drive part of why we do this. It's self-serving for us because we love talking to humans that have great
Yeah.
resumes and are musicians. But we want to promote your stuff where people can find your music and all that kind of jazz. So you are on iTunes, correct?
Yeah, I'm on iTunes. I'm on all
Okay.
the streaming sources. So we
Okay.
just partnered with Rebel Sound, Rebel Distribution. Anyways, they're gonna start doing our stuff, and it was a
Okay.
weird thing. So I was with this company, they took it over and
Yeah.
decided that they were a record label in the middle of it, but they were distribution. So all of my stuff disappeared for all of 23 into 24. I got it up
Wow.
on like the summer of 24, and then 25 was good, and then now like we're re-releasing Hurt, and then so that song
Okay.
that I sent you, Hurt, and we're
Okay, yep,
re-releasing that, and then Lampshade Support was my first
Yep.
radio single from Nashville that we're gonna put out, and then we're just gonna keep going
Okay.
from there with Rebel.
All right, cool.
But the hyperlinks, I've got like
Yeah, just letting you know so you can go in there and fix those.
Yeah, I'm glad you
So
said
where-
that because
so-
it didn't work on my phone either.
Yeah.
I
So
tried,
what's
I tried
what's
beating the algorithm, and so I got like 15 of everything.
oh gotcha. So
It was a
So-
bad idea, man.
yeah.
Really bad idea.
So what's Velocita's role in your music career now?
I'm not sure on what level I can talk about it, but he is the going to be booking us and getting us
Okay,
lined out back to
He's management. He's management.
Yeah,
So I
so,
figured
like, that-
there's something.
Dave.
Yeah.
So I called Dave, my company SR1 Services out of Canada,
Okay.
just disappeared. I had to take about a
Oh.
year break, and he just disappeared. I took a break from life and kind of just like had to get my shit together.
Did he own your masters or did you?
I own my masters.
Okay, that's awesome.
Cool. That's
And
good.
so it was I did all the stuff myself. I just save up money and do a little bit at a time. I actually side note, I was playing with Frankie Ballard, and his road manager said you need to have an album out. I'm like, no, I don't. And he's like, I don't think you're hearing me. Yeah, you do. So I was like, oh shit. So for years been doing singles as we went. So
Yeah.
my first album, Lost Pages, is from the ages of 22 to 33.
Okay.
So it's
How old are you
kind of
now?
my first one is a best of, like sort of.
Okay.
And
So
then
how old are you? How old are you now?
I am 43.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So then I put out Back to My Pages, or no, back to My Roots, and that took me about 7 years to put out. And Ryan Tilby out of Utah, if you haven't heard that guy, he's a monster bluegrass guy. And so we did all my rock and punk songs and changed him to bluegrass.
Cool.
And then
Nice.
so that was how that kind of happened for my album. But I called Dave when I was coming out of my funk, and like I got sober, got my shit together.
Good job.
Really kind of pulled my head out of my ass.
How long have you been sober?
2 years.
Right on. I hit 21 February 9th.
Hell yeah.
Mike's got about 15. We decided, Mike.
It's got to be longer than that now because I've been at my job 15, probably
Right.
17 or 18.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So I called him, and he was like, "Hey man, what's up?" And then we started talking and getting it all together. I'm like, "Dude, I gotta get a new agent or something because nothing is making sense." And so that's us in Rincon.
Right on.
Oh my God, that is the Spud Bowl 2018.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
and you sang the national anthem?
Yeah, sang the national anthem, and I did the pre-show. I did the pre-show, which sucks because it was 17 degrees, and then for 2 hours, and then my last song was just a fucking barn burner. I freaking gave it all I had, and then my buddy's like, "Dude, you still got to sing the national anthem." I'm like, "Shit." But I freaking, the only thing I gave a shit about, at 83 seconds, the Jets fly over me at land of the free, and I nailed it. So that's all I
Right on, dude. Right on.
Yeah. So so Dave set it up. That's us in Texas when we were down there at the Hippodrome. That was a rad show.
Yep.
He told me to call Bruce, and I called Bruce, and he kind of was, he didn't really know what the fuck I am, and so he kind of he with kid gloves, I think, and then I've just been on it, like just let's go, let's get things going. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of a fall from grace kind of story. Cool. Like things were just epic. Like I played with Alan Jackson, was doing stadium shows, had stuff going. I was unsigned.
Yeah.
And then everything kind of fell apart during COVID, but I still had a name I could use.
Yeah.
So that's what Jensen Butt Girl. We had a calendar for a while.
I see that you've been.
So I hired a bunch of models and bartenders, and they would show up to our shows.
There you
go. They would hand out stuff because you want to sell drinks. That was an epic show. That freaking was epic with Galactic.
That one.
No, dude, that was so awesome.
Right on.
And the rad part about that show is they called me and they said, "We don't know Shane Smith and Saints." That was a rad show. But they called me and asked me, like, "We don't know who could pull this off and be random." We just thought of you. And I was just happened to be in town. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Right on. Let's go. That's cool.
I don't know. Where are you getting all these? Are these from
this
the
is
website?
This is your Facebook page, bro.
Oh shit.
I clicked on it because it was taking me to a video, but then when I clicked on the video, it went away. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to go down to pictures. And
there you go. So that was us. We were the house band out in Lake Powell for 3 years.
Oh, dude, there you go.
Fucking rad.
Dude, you're like I'm in Arizona. Mike's in Illinois. Like if you come on tour in Arizona, you need to let me know.
Oh, bro, I was at Waweep.
You're what?
I was the house band at Waweep.
I know that's what I'm saying though. If you come back, this way, if you're heading back here for
I'm coming back.
Shit, let me know.
There's some places that I'm like fucking well known. There's some places that I'm famous. In Page, Arizona, I'm fucking famous. Like I got picked up by the sheriff, and the fucking guy from Aramark called him, and fucking I get dropped off at my hotel room.
Right on. Right on.
That's awesome.
They were like, "Don't take him to jail. We can't bail him out."
Right.
I don't know what was said, but I was really fucked up, and we had a fight. And it was a wild night. It was one of our
Yeah.
really debaucherous nights. And so,
Okay.
I just remember being in the back of a cop car, trying
Yeah.
to figure out how I'm going to explain this to the higher ups at the resort. And then
Right.
all I remember is a dude saying, "You better be grateful to your friends and let me go."
There you go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
But come back to Arizona, dude. Reach out. Let me know because I'll definitely
Hell
come
yeah.
check you out. Yeah.
Oh, bro, freaking let me know. I played down at Rocky Point. Oh man, COVID. Around
Yeah.
COVID. No, 2019.
Well. Yeah.
Went down there, partied down there, and then
Cool.
I made a bunch of freaking met a bunch of people out there. So I get a lot of people calling me and messaging me every once in a while.
Cool.
Because I used to hand out my number. Like if people wanted to hang out, be like,
Why?
call me, let's go.
Well, I got your number. So just text me if you know you're coming to Arizona to do a show. Text me and we'll
man.
see if
Yeah,
we can't get out
definitely.
there. And then same thing for Mike. He's in Illinois now. So if you go into Illinois, reach out to me and I'll text Mike because I don't know if you want Mike to have your number. Mike just constantly calls people.
Get my number, buddy. Call me anytime. I was living before I came to Nashville. I was
I'm a
in
strange
Milwaukee.
dude, man. You don't want me to have you text you in the middle of the night. No.
Right. Do it.
No, if you ever need any, if you got a rhythm track you want lead work done to, send it to me.
Well, I'm not a lead player, so there's a lot of times that I need a lead player. So freaking
If you ever need a lead player, man, I have a studio sitting right in front of me. This is a
done and
dual
done,
purpose
brother.
setup.
Done and
So,
done.
yeah.
Look
I'd
at
be-
that
I'd be
synergy.
happy
That's
to.
everything. It's all coming together.
And I'll tell him myself, but you can tell Dave the same thing. I should have told him when he was, if you guys ever need tracks, man, let me know.
Here's the thing with Dave. He's surrounded by fucking amazing artists.
I noticed that.
So like he and him and I had a
deserves
bunch of
to
the
be,
same
too.
friends. And some of the guys. So the guy on County Line is a monster on the guitar. He's kind of a shut in a little bit. He's a super rad dude. I don't want to disparage him at all, but he's just like kind of
We have that in common.
well down
We
guy.
talked
You know
about
what I
that.
mean? And so like Dave wanted to fucking branch out, and so he did. But I've been huge fortunate. So that song "Lampshade Support." I don't know if you know who Ben Flanders is. He's on that song. He's Ella Langley and freaking Riley Green's guitarist.
Oh,
Right
okay.
on.
Yeah, dude,
Those
freaking
names
like
are
I'm super blessed on some of these things too. Like some of the guys that got sat in on it, like it's dead. So and so for me, it's more the merrier. Like the more people you know, like I don't care. I'm not married.
Absolutely,
I'm
man.
not married to any decision I originally made. You know what I mean? Unless I'm on the road, then we got to freaking stick together.
Right.
Absolutely. If you're in a band and you're touring, that's one thing. But if you're just writing songs, music is supposed to be shared. And, I never understood that competition thing. As soon as I knew a musician was in competition, I no longer wanted to be in that. I just didn't want to be in that situation.
You want to know the worst moment of my life? I found out Eric Clapton
Okay.
wasn't the guitarist on Layla.
Who was?
What?
Yeah,
You
no, that's
just-
one of
you
the
just-
other
You guys hear us all right down there?
Oh, no shit. Wow. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, bro.
So I'm sharing your website, jensenbuck.com, right?
Yes, sir.
Or I said Jensen Buck Music. I'm sorry, it's jensenbuckmusic.com.
KidsBuckMusic.com.
So you're going to update this when you get tours and stuff going on. Right now, you're just basically getting back on track, writing music, getting ready to
Putting it
record
all
an album.
together.
Okay.
Got the lineup, I think, figured out now. The Flanders boys
Okay.
were going to sit in with me, and I got a couple other guys, and Bruce is going to work his magic for getting me shows. And yeah. We're
That's
then
awesome.
distribute through Rebel, and then we're going to try. I'm working right now on getting a TV show going, following this shit show.
Oh, right on. That's cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. Document.
Well,
that'll-
you know what I mean? Like it's just like so many people. So if you go to my I sent you that link on YouTube. That's the road, and so that was the original idea, and I was never able to capture the rest of it, and like this slowly progressed into just a terrible show. The first episode's good, but like after that, it just eked its way through. But now I'm like, there's a whole lot of life that musicians go through that, the family, the money, sometimes you got to get a side job, and just I want to show this story,
Yeah.
because it meant the world to me, but I want to show my kids that you can do it. You know what I mean? and I want them.
Yeah,
I want
oh,
everybody
yeah.
to see, dude, this fucking sucks. Unless you got a dream deal, like it's a grind. And I don't know.
It is a grind.
I think it's a story that some people would like to watch, and if not, then I'm just going to waste a bunch of money and record it.
Okay. Here we're gonna share a little
I think
clip
it's
of
a
this.
really cool idea, man.
While we still got time, we're gonna share a little bit of this while we still got time.
My name is Jensen Buck. This is the story of the ups and downs and ins and outs of a real touring musician. Life on the road, life at home, and the lives of those who've been following me through this journey. It's a story of what it really takes to make it in today's music world. From the small town to the big time.
That was a
Burning down-
DVR rodeo. That was a rad gig.
Hopefully being able to make a living with this guitar. I'm Jensen Buck, and this is The Road.
That's cool.
That is cool, dude. And now
So
fucking
now I
Blake
have to
Shelton's
change the
got
fucking name because
I know
what's
fucking
his
Blake
name came out
Shelton.
with The
Blake
Road.
Shelton. Blake
Yeah.
Shelton, motherfucker. That would be pissed too.
I
dude.
thought about just
Fucking
keeping it.
mine.
Hey, fuck it. I've had that since fucking 2016.
Yeah. Jensen Buck, comma The Road. There you go. Because then your name's synonymous with The Road.
Well,
Fuck Blake Shelton. You're cooler than Blake Shelton, man. He married
Blake-
Gwen
Yeah.
Stefani. The hell's wrong with
I
him?
always thought it would be great to get sued by somebody super famous because that's how you made
Right.
it, you know?
Well, because then no publicity is bad publicity, right? It's like when Sharon Osbourne tells us to fuck off. Okay, thank you, Sharon.
Right? Yeah.
You know, bring it on. you know?
Yeah, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's good. We got to have you back, man. We got to have you back on a Friday because Friday we have unlimited time.
Yeah, man. Anytime. Freaking.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get things going. He threw some times out, and I was like, sooner the better. Let's go. And so.
Okay. Yeah,
I've
I'll
actually
text
got
you.
a
Yeah, we'll get you on in April. I haven't booked April yet. March is booked for the most part, but let's get you on in April on a Friday because we started.
Done.
Like, we have to make Mike's schedule may change, but if his schedule changes, we can still do longer on Friday because
We'll make a day for that for
Yeah,
sure. Him and
yeah,
I will figure out one of the days we always make so we can have musicians on and just bullshit about.
Right.
I would have loved to have heard your stories about the road and all that kind. Those are stories that are near
Yeah.
and dear to everybody's heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got the fucking stories.
Right. Yeah.
sure,
no.
man.
Yeah. We can share stories for sure. That's
Here's the hard
yeah.
part. I actually remember most of them, and I'm like, oh God, I wish I would have been blurred away with the rest of it.
Right. See, I never really drank when I was in a band, man. My alcoholism didn't start till well after the fact, but I the only thing I'd ever drink before a show is a shot of Jaeger and I drink a beer. That was it.
Oh, I was a fucking pirate, so I carried
Well,
that with me when I came back to music.
That's not surprising. No, just spending the hour with you, it's not surprising because you looks like somebody who has like this epic zest for life, and you're gonna live every day like it's your last day, but in a good way. But in a good way, not self-destructive. Stepping on people's corpses along the way.
It ended
like-
up becoming self-destructive, and that's why I had to get sober. So
It always does. It never. It always starts with
The hard
Go
part was
ahead.
that everybody in the band thought that they could drink like I did, and then get on stage and perform. And so, like, I started playing in bar bands when I was 17. So fucking like and they started allowing me to drink at like 18. The first year I had to spend the whole time in the bathroom during our breaks, and then I could go back on stage. And then finally they cut me loose, and that was just absolutely the worst idea in the world.
Right.
But then, so like when I came back, I never rehearsed. I never did it because like the way I operated is just I had muscle memory, and everybody thought they could party like I did. And so the rule in the band was we'd get a new guy and they'd be like, I can drink with you. I'm like, okay, here's how that works. If you're not in the lobby by 6 a.m. before I get there, you're fucking fired.
Okay. Wow.
And I had to do that twice just to make sure. I was so mad at myself because one of them was the drummer, and I didn't know how to do the drummer. I was so mad.
It's
But I
really
had
hard
to
to
fire
fire
the
the
guy because
drummer.
everybody else was talking shit the whole night we were drinking.
Oh God, that's awesome. Yeah, we got to have you back on in April so we can do this longer.
Anytime, man. Dude, you guys are great. You guys are fucking rad. I love that you guys were in a band. How long have you guys been doing this show?
This is the 185th episode.
No, he's 180, I believe.
Oh, 180. Okay, you're 180.
180?
No, he's 181. Yeah,
181,
181.
baby.
I don't know.
October of 23.
So almost 3 years.
we did a trial episode. I think we released our first episode somewhere around the 27th of October of 23. So 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Almost.
That's awesome, guys. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
It was a way to be creative again, man.
Mm-hmm.
He kept pestering me about doing music, and I was like, I didn't know
Yep.
if I was ready again.
Yeah,
Yep.
I kept sending them. I kept writing songs and sending them the lyrics. I'm like, dude,
And I love them.
Let's go.
But I went through a period where I lost all my self-confidence. I've been there, man. I relate to a lot of your stories.
Yeah.
So I just called him up one day, and I love this guy, man. When you talk about Dave being there in your darkest moments, this fucker showed up at the oddest times when I needed somebody to remind me who I was again, you know?
Yeah.
So I said, you want to do a podcast? And he's like, I've heard of them, but I've never listened to one.
So
We
I
can
always
do whatever
wanted to
we
start-
want. So this is what we do.
I always wanted to start a show talking with my friends and just record conversations with buddies. And
That's
they're
what
like,
we hope this would be. Yes. That's
Yeah.
as close to a description of what this should be as I've
that's
ever heard.
fucking rad. I love it, dude. This is,
Yeah.
this
You
is,
should
you
be
guys
the
are awesome.
inside.
Okay.
You should be the outside person looking in. That's how I always wanted it to be. Like I want to know these guys, you know?
Yeah.
Watching the fishbowl.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
Pretty
rad.
much.
This is one of the coolest guys I ever met. Right here.
Yeah. Right back at you. Yeah. You know. We're those guys. Hey, so we wrap every show up like this, and again, we're gonna have you back on April. I'll give you some dates tomorrow. We can figure it out.
Yes, sir.
So if you're feeling suicidal, depressed, or just in the wrong state of mind, don't do it. Go run, go scream in a pillow, go journal, go talk to somebody. If you can't find somebody to talk to, text 988. Suicide is not the option. You don't want to leave a hole in somebody else's heart because tomorrow's a better day with you waking up in it. So just, find someone to talk to. Again, text 988 and somebody will talk you off that cliff or that ledge, and you will be a better person tomorrow because you're waking up in it. For Chris, that's me. He's Mike, and this is Jensen Buck, jensenbuckmusic.com. Go check him out. Life Resume is fantastic. We're gonna dive deeper next time you're on the show with the music, and I'm gonna buy some of your stuff when we hang up and when we end the show.
Right on, man.
That's what I do. I buy the music and I listen to it, and then I report back to you. So you may get some random text from me, dude. I like this song.
I love it. So it's,
We'll check it out, man.
yeah, man, check it out.
Yeah, and tell Bruce.
They're all so different too. So it'll
That's
be
cool.
an interesting. It's like Elvis
That's awesome.
Costello. That's how I look at it.
I
That's
love new
awesome.
music, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for
absolutely.
coming
Thanks,
on, man.
guys.
We really appreciate
So
it.
yeah, so tell Bruce we said hi. If you talk to Dave, tell him we said hi.
I
And then
will.
I was serious about we'll get Dave on and not tell him, and then you
Dude,
just jump in
dude.
like 10 minutes into it.
Tell him we have the real Jensen Buck popping in here, motherfucker.
We're just gonna say we have somebody chiming in. They're calling in.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Yeah, I love it.
Maybe have you wear a mask.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I love this.
All right, man. Thanks, Jensen, dude. It's been a pleasure, man. Time is valuable. We
Absolutely.
appreciate yours.
You guys are rad, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll have you back. Peace. Love you, brother.
Cheers.
Love you,
Peace.
Jensen.